I've been continuing to work away at my automation and dungeoning multiplayer game, Starground, and I'm making really good progress. I have everything working. Gameplay's not totally complete, but honestly, it's kind of at the point where you can really play through the game and experience everything it pretty much has to offer. The demo is even all ready to go now, which you can play on itch and Steam. So now we need to make a trailer. I hadn't made one before just because the game changes so fast that it would basically be instantly out of date and not reflect what the game has anymore. But I think with the demo and it being a requirement for Steam Next Fest, I sort of have to now. Some things I kind of wanted to do for the trailer was to break it up into two distinct ones. So one would be fully animated and the other would just be straight up gameplay. I think animated trailers are great for marketing because they're, well, cool and flashy. But the problem is that animation is hard. I realize that I just don't have the time to do a full animated trailer. I honestly wish I could tell that to myself when taking on 1,000 projects and game jams. But basically I realized I'm gonna have to make a compromise if I'm gonna do any animation stuff. So for the trailer, I planned it to do just a quick little animated intro. And then after that, it gets into gameplay. It still catches people's attention, but it also shows off the meat of the game, the gameplay. So I think that's pretty important. I got started on this on stream, and initially I was gonna draw this out frame by frame, but I realized drawing is hard. I got the ship sprite done, but it took me so long to do that there was just no way I was gonna animate this solo, so even if it's only a few seconds long. So I turned to my old pal Blender. Nah, just kidding, actually, this Blender. I may suck at hand animation, I don't entirely suck at Blender. It's 1,000 times easier for me just to model this ship and do everything in 3D straight in Blender. Only issue with this route though is that things look, well, not very interesting. The base look of models and materials in Blender is just sort of this gross whitish gray color. So I decided to make a shader to just spice up the visuals a little bit. Jumping into the shader nodes in Blender, what I ended up doing here was using a shader to RGB node. And this essentially takes the raw RGB values and outputs them for use in the shader for other stuff. And what I did with this is I plugged it straight into a color ramp. Basically, this is just a gradient where I can define different colors. And what this is doing is sort of snapping the colors from the shader into one of these three colors. So it sort of gives it this sort of cartoony, posterized effect, because now all the colors will be, well, one of those three. Yeah, looks nice and stylized now. I also added an outline, just kind of cell shaded everything. And I use that using a solidify modifier over the modifiers tab, and I used the material offset with that, so it has a black material instead. Boring, complicated, confusing shader stuff, but I think it does look pretty good though. After that, honestly, it was just animating movement of the model, just doing some more random objects here and there, some explosions, particles, you know, the whole shebang. Yeah, I was pretty much done, honestly. I threw some sound in, and we were golden. Most of the sounds I just got free on Freesound. Which is an epic website, by the way. But of course, I modified them and added in my own little mouth sounds when I needed to. I did have to record some gameplay, of course, but really this was the demo already being set up. It was just doing a big, long 2-hour gaming session with friends and just chopping up a bunch of little clips. And yeah, that was pretty much the whole process of making the trailer. It started out being absolute pain with the manual drawing, but 3D saves the day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Starground on the Steam Next Fest from June 10th to June 17th. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.